My life is agony. Someone end me. I have no idea why he's doing that. Anyway. Welcome back to Terrafirmapunk. I downgraded a version because that's the recommended version now, I guess, is a downgrade. And we're in a world that is primarily rhyolite in the spawning area, which is a great place to find copper apparently, because I checked, and that's where it says copper can be found, so yay, we actually have a good source of copper, hopefully. And my inventory keeps on disappearing whenever I have something held in my hand. There is so many bugs happening. I don't know. Apparently there's a list being made of items that cause the game to crash. So hopefully I don't end up accidentally causing my game to crash with one of those items. Terrafirmacraft can be a little bit buggy apparently when you try to make a pack using it. Ugh. The one downside about it being in a rhyolite area, I have to go over there to find clay. And I did find clay. I took as much clay as I could, and I'm making a whole bunch of stuff to just craft at the same time, and I just picked up everything I want to keep down. Yeah, I'm gonna set this entire thing on fire. And I have a torch on me, but I'm gonna just try doing it with this because I've only got one torch on me. There we go. Alright, so I am crafting, I don't even know how many pottery items. 6, 9, 12 times 4, so 48 plus an extra 1 for the giant vessel. So like 49 items I am having cook at the same time right now. That is probably efficient. I would imagine it is. I'm not gonna proclaim to know for certain that it's efficient, but if I were to guess, with my limited pool of knowledge on what could and could not be efficient in this pack, I would guess that is efficient. So, this is my temporary residence. It is kind of a tower. It's not very roomy compared to my former house on the old world, which had no copper to speak of whatsoever. And there is another version of that same type of building over near this potential copper node. But an entire wall was missing, so I decided that would not be a good place to live. And this place, you know, it's decent. You got little areas I can walk out onto. The problem is that we are kind of in an area that has pinch beetles and mountain trolls. And I encountered one pinch beetle, and it didn't damage me. It picked me up for a moment, and then it despawned after picking me up, which confused the hell out of me. And the mountain trolls I have not yet had a problem with, but I've been giving them a wide berth because they're freaking gigantic, hulking, ugly beasts that probably will make my life hell. So, the locals, not very hospitable, but there are hot springs right outside my temporary base, which is good because I can just head into one of them whenever I'm injured. Water is a slight problem, but that'll be fixed as soon as I get some jugs to store things with. And farming, I got a small plot over there. I think I'm going to actually do my farming over near that larger pond, or small lake, whatever you want to call it. You can kind of see the house when I look over this way, because it just pops out of the fog, like, right over there. Yeah, see it? I think that's the house. It could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the house I was passing up because of the giant hole in the wall. So anyway, I'm going to get myself back to pretty much where I was at before I deleted the world and moved on in favor of a world that had an actual supply of copper that I could get to. So I'll see you in a little bit. There appears to be a pinch beetle merged with my being that is semi-existential. Aha. Weird. Okay. So, I feel that I am at a point where we can actually get back to normal things. And of course, as soon as I start recording, Cleo starts meowing at me. She is very good at doing that. I think she just doesn't like me talking to myself. I really think she doesn't. Okay. So, we are going to find a vein of copper here, I hope. There was our exposed copper right here before, but there's not really very much traces of copper. So, we're gonna find where the end of these traces is at. Nothing. Okay, it's about right here. I don't have very much of my prospector pick left, but it's alright because I used it to already find another vein of copper over there. I'm just trying to see if we can use this to pinpoint where the rest of this vein is at. Oh, traces of native gold. That's going to be interfering with our readings. Well, oh, there's a trace of native copper. Okay, so it was about here? No, here. Okay, let's find the middle. That's it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So, the middle would be about 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. So right here is where the middle of those readings are at. And then you will have to go along this route. There's native gold again. Okay. So approximately here. Now this hill makes things irritating because we actually get taken up a little bit, but that actually kind of is beneficial in a way because it raises your minimum threshold of where the copper could be at. Okay, So, right there's the last one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, so approximately 12 again. 3, 6, 9. So somewhere in this general area is where you could dig down and find copper. Let's see if it worked out well. I have to make a new prospector's pick. Hey, look, right there. I knew we were going to find it pretty easily, but I thought I'd have to dig down a bit further than that. That might have been the last piece of copper in this vein, because it was not a very good vein at all. Nope. Well, there's traces somewhere still, but my pick is now gone. My prospector's pick. Anyway, using that same technique, let me up. Stupid smart moving stuff. Using that same technique, I found a copper mine over here, and I'm going to risk the night to show this. See, this one was kind of irritating because all the water around here, and the copper is right underneath the dirt and gravel level, meaning it's mostly in the ceiling, and every time I dig it, stuff falls. Now you may be wondering why that gravel is staying up there. That's because the support beams keep everything above it from falling. Like, I could take this bit of dirt here and that one actually will stay. If I were to put it here, however, I guess that stays too. But I know that things above this block will start to fall. That's why the gravel fell down here earlier and why there's holes up on the surface. So yeah, there's copper that I can find while exploring around here. I just have to be very careful not to cause any more cave-ins, because cave-ins can kill you pretty easily. And now there's zombies up on the surface, so I might just spend my entire night down here in this mine. Anyway, support beams. They're pretty easy to put up. You just, when you have 3, you can just plop one down here and it'll go 3 up, and there wasn't enough in that stack, so there we go. And then you put one right here, and you have a support beam, and it does a pretty good job of keeping stuff up. It's not a foolproof thing. Like, if you dig too much of the stone around, it can still all cave in. But the support beams keep you mostly safe. And I need to find a good amount of copper if I plan on making an anvil at all. Which I do plan to make an anvil. It's just gonna take a bit, because you need a good amount of copper. And I'm surprised I did not find a much more obvious vein when I was digging down here. And it ended up being a lot of really rich, small vein areas, which is okay. It just doesn't really do what we need. So I'm going to keep mining. If I find any more copper while down here... Actually, I'll try finding another copper area to dig. Get a new prospector's pick so we can see if we can find a good, rich vein of copper that is a little bit bigger than the small one we're digging at here. So see you in a moment. See, told you that there's copper down here. And that's what happens when there's things not right above the support. Now you know. Well, I found a spot that I thought had potential copper. I was going to start recording the process. But looks like I don't have to. In fact, that is actually a really nice, rich vein of copper, very exposed. We can get all that pretty easily. So, not too worried about finding more copper right now. But over here, I saw that there was some sphalerite. And if we can find a sphalerite vein... See, there's some sphalerite on the ground here. If we can find an actual vein of sphalerite, I believe we'll be able to make some bronze. I think sphalerite is tin, or was it zinc? Sphalerite is zinc. Okay, so we have potential sphalerite right here, and over there we have some bismuth on the surface, so there's a potential bismuth vein. So we might be able to get to bismuth bronze pretty quickly. Okay, let's put that right here. We'll put this here. Alright, we'll take a couple readings in the ground, and not finding anything of interest at all. You know, I didn't bother to check if sphalerite is even able to be found in this location. Oh, hey, look. Oh, there's a giant. There is a giant, and he has a lot of life. We are not going over there. No. No. Hell no. We'll go over to where I found the bismuth at and see if we get some readings of bismuth. Even getting one of them would be good. Okay, that's something I've never seen before. A hot spring waterfall. That is interesting. Oh, and there's a piggy over there. I would kill it, but I actually kind of want to breed the pigs, because there's two. Actually, I should check if there's even a female and a male. Okay, you look like a female. You look like female too. Okay, they're both female, so we can't breed them. I will be able to kill them then and just get some food. And screw that giant. Okay, so the bismuth is over in this area. Which, if there was any bismuth in here, we should see a reading by now, but because we're not, I'm guessing that a rhyolite area, or just this spot. Ooh, medium sample. Okay. So the way this works is you want to find the largest sample area. Okay, so there's a large, nothing of interest, large, medium. Okay, so large ends right here. Do I have... I need to get a piece of dirt quick. There, and... torch right there. Okay, so there is one end of the large area. If we get a very large reading... That went up to medium, but it could be because of the height difference. So, huh. Well, that actually makes this very easy to work with. Oops. Okay, so middle of that is like somewhere right here, so actually I think it's this exact spot. I can't really mark it very well, but let's start walking in this direction. Now, the worst case scenario is that this is going to be right underneath the pond. Yep, there's a large. So you get a lot of false readings with this thing, so you gotta be kind of aware where this can end up going. Yep, small sample. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay, so large sample was right here. I need some more dirt. Actually, I need to get home before it gets too dark. So, I'll keep that in mind and then we'll get back here in the morning. So, we're back here in the pond. That's now a medium sample when I have it up here, so I'm going to put a couple down just to see if this becomes large or... No, it's nothing. Okay. We'll stick with that because that was a good reading before. So now we have to head in the opposite direction to see where we can find the center of this. Then I think we're going to end up having to have another reading from that center going left and right again, east and west. Oh look, medium. So, yeah, this is already the very edge. So we'll take these torches back because they're not really going to be that helpful. Alright, let's look at the coordinates. 9964. So right here's 10. That's about 22. So we need to head back 11. So it should be like 53. So about here. And that's saying medium, which in the water I'm pretty sure would have said large, which would mean that we shouldn't have to go too deep. Actually, we have to go a little bit deeper to get to the sample because going up a little bit lowers the volume we're finding, the quantity. So because of that, we have to focus entirely on the medium readings. Nope, traces. Okay, here's the medium sample. And this is going to be large samples again, but that's alright. Large sample, nothing of interest, nothing of interest, nothing. Traces. Nothing, nothing. Medium. Nothing large. And just to get a clearer picture, medium, nothing, nothing, small. Alright, so if we're going with the mediums, this would be the last medium reading. So 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 22, 23. So, back 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. So, about right here is where we should find the main section of the bismuth. Alright, so get the shovel, get the pick, get some ladders. And we... Huh! Success! I was right on top of it. That's happened to me far too often. And I am a little bit worried because if it's a rich reading, that means we might have smaller veins. Which the only downside of that is that it's harder to find them, but it looks like we found pretty much right where the main body is, just like I said. Awesome. So we're going to get a good amount of bismuth. Not that we're going to use it anytime soon because I need to find an actual source of zinc. Like a real source. And this is going to cave in and fill it with water. Yep. Alright. Kind of figured that'd be the case, but, you know, whatever. Help! I'm drowning! Alright. So, that's how you prospect and find ore veins near the surface, at least. Finding deeper ore veins is going to be more of a challenge, but we're not at that point that we have to worry about it. So, hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. It may have gone a little bit longer than I planned, but getting back up to where we're meant to be in the first place is a challenge. So, give a like if you like, and I'll see you in a future video. Take care and goodbye.